Hello everybody and welcome back to the Chrono Cross walkthrough. The last video we finished up the Fossil Valley and we're just arriving in Termina for the first time here. We've got a little cutscene, well not cutscene, I'm sorry. There's just a little bit of dialogue between the flower vendor and Glenn here. Glenn being one of, I don't know if I would say my favorite character. Yeah, maybe one of my favorite characters in the game. I would say, I'm not sure if they named him specifically after Glenn from, from Chrono Trigger, the original, but similar name, obviously. The only thing I would say is, I don't know how much he's similar to Glenn from Chrono Trigger, though. You know, I don't know, just same name. I guess they're both really good swordsmen, so I don't know how many likenesses there really are, but anyways, long story short, I like Glenn. So once he becomes available, I will be recruiting him. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna use him. We'll see how it all pans out, but anyways, all right. So as you ascend the steps here in town, Kid will confront you and basically say, I see how it is. You're on a date with, you know, Lena and whatnot. Obviously, this won't play out the same way at all if you decided to, you know, pick up Kid right at the beginning there, or sorry, after the now I can't remember the Cape Howell, is it? Anyways, here you actually need to speak with the statue polisher. I think that's this NPC's name here, in order to continue on here. So he tells you a little bit about Viper Manor, and you know, he's kind of like, well, basically you could try to go in through the front gate, but good luck, that's not gonna happen. He's not gonna let guys like you in. So so Kid comes up and she's like, alright, well, sounds like we need to sneak in. And at this point, I would say let her into the party. Say, okay, let's go. There isn't really any reason I can see to not let her in the party. There's no, you know, it's not going to affect anything else. So, and the other good thing is, and now, you know, you'll have her in your party and you'll be able to steal things. And like I mentioned in the previous video there, you know, like with most of the RPGs, I like to steal things. Well, just because you know, that's oftentimes the only way to get certain things. And in this one, I would say it's a really useful skill, very, very useful. Especially again for that exact reason. There are a lot of items in the game, and that's the only way you're going to be able to get them. And so having, you know, her in your party as soon as possible is going to be a good thing. There's an NPC here hiding out in the corner, and if you say that that's okay or whatever, he gives you the, he or she, not really sure what it is, gives you the T for 3 frame. And this is Skelly's grandmother's house. There isn't really anything that we can do here right now, although she will give you hints as to her relationship with Skelly. So you can stop in and try to just chat with her for a little bit. Nothing else really to do here. So yeah, we'll continue on. Now we have another important decision coming up here, and this one is fairly significant in that you'll have to choose the route that you want to take into Viper Manor, and there's one of 3 routes that you can take, and thus one of 3 different characters that you can get here. So, you know, long story short, you'll be able to get, you know, you'll have to make your choice, and Unfortunately, when you make your choice, though, that also blocks out the other obtainable characters. So just keep that in mind. You'll only, as far as this first time through anyway, you'll have to choose between one of, again, 3 characters. So I'll try to go over them a little bit. Actually, maybe I'll just talk a little bit about the characters that I didn't pick. And that is, the first one is Guile is the first, and then Pierre, I believe, is the second. And I actually go with Nikki. I think it's Nikki. And ironically, that's his poster there down at the bottom. He's a very colorful individual. Now the Viper, or the churro vendor there, you'll want to stop in and just chat with him. And I think that he says something like it's too early, or something to that effect, so he asks you to come back later. Now, this is the Blacksmith. Very, very useful. This Blacksmith is actually the best one for quite some time. I don't know how the other blacksmiths in the game actually stack up to this shop here. Now, I've got a piece of copper. I'm not actually sure where that came from, but I would say it's a really good idea to make that copper swallow first. Number one, because it's for Surge, and you know, he's already the best attacker, I would say, on the team, and so you may as well, you know, play to his strength and you know, make that as soon as possible. I wouldn't say it's worthwhile to make anybody else's weapons at this time. Again, for that exact reason, he's your hardest hitter, and you may as well, you know, kind of amplify that. And again, unfortunately, you know, I've only got the one piece of copper right now, so you know, we just won't have, there isn't any other options as far as what you can make. So, yeah, like I said, I would make up that copper swallow first, and then kind of worry about this stuff later. We will be able to obtain some more copper for one thing, and iron quite a bit later, and so basically all of the weapons and a lot of the armor, as well as even some of the accessories, it's mostly helmets, can be crafted out of those, out of copper. And the first one seems to be kind of like bone. That's kind of like your first tier. That's you know, initial equipment, and that stuff's not even worth making, just because your characters basically are already going to have it. And even really the helmets, you know, they don't really offer that much in the form of defense, so I don't know that I would say it's worthwhile to make any of it. I guess if you find yourself with a bunch of extra materials, then go right ahead, and, you know, extra money, like, you know, I guess, like, actually I did, but you know, I would say if you're not going out of your way to, you know, obtain a bunch of extra items, I would kind of pass on that for the time being. And wait until you can stock up some more copper, and then, you know, kind of make the next tier. This is Pierre. Pierre is an interesting character. He's got, I believe it's 3 pieces of unique equipment that is specific to him. The hero medal, the hero shield, and the hero sword, I believe. Which sounds cool, and I guess it's kind of cool, but to be honest, I don't actually end up going with Pierre. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell you why I don't pick him right off the bat. He's an okay choice as your first recruit, or your recruit of these 3, but I just don't end up, you know, taking him for whatever reason. Now this kid back here that's running around in circles, he's the one that's got the hero's medal, so you just talk to him, and then he says, oh, well, I don't want to be known, or I'm not a thief, so here, you better take this. So you can take the hero medal from him. Now, you just got to be careful, though. If you actually want Pierre, go ahead and, you know, interact with Pierre and give him the hero medal. Otherwise, if you don't want to recruit Pierre, don't give him the hero medal, because obviously that's going to recruit him, I believe, right then and there. So one of the other characters that I don't pick, his name is Guile. Now he's definitely a caster, I would say. I believe his innate color is black, so he's another He's kind of like Mojo, you know, black-oriented caster. And I don't know. Again, I don't really know why I don't take him either. Yeah, I guess I don't really have a good answer. I guess the first time I played the game, I went with Nikki, and so usually my first playthroughs, I always go with Nikki. So, you know, I don't know. I'd take either of the three that you want. That Profiteer purse there in the corner, I'll be honest, I don't know how useful that is. It gives you extra money when you're, you know, in your random encounters. But to be honest, you're not going to use a whole lot of money in this game. So for the time being, we've got plenty of extra accessory slots. So it's not a bad idea to equip it now. But at a certain point, I don't feel like that's a good accessory to keep equipped. And again, for that exact reason that we're just not going to use a whole lot of money in this game. So I guess keep that in mind. This is Van. We actually can't recruit him now, but I just went up here and talked to him for a bit. I don't really know why. I guess for the heck of it. So Van is an artist. His father's name is Go. So yeah, a little play on Van Gogh there. I think. How does this? I believe Van's mother passed away, and Go is extremely distant. It sounds like he's really prioritized, you know, his business, and he's pressuring Van to not be an artist and to, you know, I don't know, go into something else, I guess. So there's a tiny bit of character development there, which is, you know, nice, because there isn't a whole lot of character development for the I would almost say random recruitable characters. You know, somebody like Kid's got a ton of, you know, backstory, and I guess even Lena, you know, to a certain extent, she's, you know, childhood friend. So there's at least that. Excuse me. All right. Let's see where we're headed next. Now, as far as the characters that I'm not going to recruit, obviously Vincent there was in the back room of the smithy. Guile is somewhere located in town. I believe he's in the cafe. And then here there's a little, I don't know, kind of a lame little scene here. I don't know what this is all supposed to be about, other than this, I think that's a lady. I'm not sure. Has apparently a mermaid. This is, I guess, a mermaid here in this tank. Which, I don't know what. Looks, I can't really tell. I don't know. I can't really tell what that looks like. Anyways, this is Korcha. Korcha actually does end up being recruitable if you pick a certain. There's a choice to make, and you can recruit Korcha or not. In my first playthrough here, I am not going to take the route that obtained or recruits him. But just know that he is another one of the potentially recruitable characters. There's a couple of branches I would say in the game. Obviously, the one that we're at right now is probably the biggest one. No, maybe I can't really say that. Maybe that's not entirely accurate. You have the choice. You get one of 3 characters, whereas there is a branch later on where you'll get one branch gets you 3 characters, and the other branch gets you 3 separate characters. So I don't know. I guess you can decide which one is more important or not. But yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that. Here we're going to go down to who is this here? Oh, this is just a random NPC here. But we're going to go speak with Lady Riddle and Glenn. They are praying, I believe, here at the grave of, I think this is Glenn's brother Dario, and I think their father, Glenn and Dario's father. So these characters here have a little more backstory as well. We'll delve into those a bit deeper later on in the game. I don't even bother asking for money. There's just, you know, again, there's so little money. You're gonna use so little money in the game that I don't really feel like it matters. So I just give it to them for free. Now I actually don't know what this affects. You know, recruitment-wise or anything like that. I actually don't know. You know, if giving them the Bellflower does anything. I don't remember. I always just grab it because it's kind of right out in the open in Fossil Valley, so I just grab it on the way through, and then, you know, that way we have it for here. So again, I can't remember right off the top of my head whether or not it really matters or not. But so Glenn brings up the sword Einlanzer, which will be important later on in the game. So again, I guess keep that in mind. Alright, so apparently someone has arrived at the manor, and Riddle is concerned. It sounds like her father is maybe possibly being swayed by whoever this guest is. And then, you know, Riddle says, Glenn, just, you know, keep truth always, or what did you say there? Something about keeping truth always in his heart or something like that. I kind of actually missed that dialogue. Or, you know, something like, you know, make sure to be truthful and don't ever taint the Einlanzer. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I'm probably not, actually. I'm horrible at pronunciations. And I tend to not look things up, unfortunately, like that. I don't know. I feel like I learn things a certain way, and then it's really difficult for me to, you know, especially with pronunciation, specifically a lot of swords or sword names in these in the Squaresoft games. So you know, a lot of times, unfortunately, I'll pronounce things wrong or, you know, slightly wrong. Korcha there will actually take you to Viper Manor, I believe, if you pick. Now I don't remember if it's Pierre or Guile. I don't remember. Maybe it's both. Maybe he'll take you, or take either. Now I'm gonna run outside here just because this video, if I don't save now, it's gonna get really long. So actually run. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going back in. All right. So we'll see here. See what I end up doing. Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. Okay, so I'm gonna go talk to, I believe it's the churro vendor one more time here. And so this, apparently they're not selling, so just tell them to lower the price. So I say it's too much, and I think I tell them 70 gold. I don't know how much it really matters what you pick here, but I picked 70 just for the heck of it. But anyways, yeah, right after this, I believe I'm gonna end up, you know, running back outside of town here and saving, and I'm gonna cut this commentary. So like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. Hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more. All right, thanks for watching.